But I mean, it just, you see all this and then Lovie Smith and the Texans, which, everybody knew the Texans were probably going to get rid of Lovie Smith anyway. Alex called that, weeks ago. But at the same time, it's like, come on, guys. This is the second year in a row you fired a 1-year head coach.
Yep.
Who's going to want to coach the Texans?
Correct. I mean, they got the second overall pick, and that's kind of enticing. Brandon Cooks, your number one receiver, wants out because he don't want to be part of a rebuild. But I mean, other coaches, they can read the room. They can read the room and be like, well, you fired Poley after a year. You fired, me after a year. You're seeming pretty high on me. But how do I know that I'm not actually the guy that you want and you're just settling on me like you settled in the last two coaches? Because that's what they did. They settled on Poley and Lovie. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. That's why Lovie was my number one on my hot seat going into the year. Like, my stance on Lovie is that the only way this man would not have been fired is if somehow, some way that they made the playoffs. And we know that wasn't going to happen. That man could have gone 9-8, winning record, and missed the playoffs, and he still would have been fired. No doubt in my mind on that. Lovie he was such a late hire. He was already in the building as DC from last year. The defense played pretty well last year, or 2021 is what I'm referring to. They had top 10 in takeaways. Of course, it's just an easy slide hire. I love him. I love Lovie, but you can't convince me that he was ever supposed to be the guy. And now here they are in that last game, was set up for the number one overall pick. All they got to lose, and even Dougie Mills, man, he knows that he's not coming back, or he's not going to be the starter. Mills and Lovie both gave Houston the middle fucking finger and pushed to win that game. Hence why Lovie was fired literally that night. Like not long after the game, he was fired. Shout out to Lovie for giving Chicago one last gift. It's poetic. It's truly poetic to me. You give Houston the middle finger by beating the team that beat your Bears in the Super Bowl to get the Bears the number one overall pick. It's poetic as hell to me. I love it.